The best advice I can give you on a problem like this is don't make up new math. Never, ever in the history of my class have I ever shown you anything that looks like this with the variable x being raised to some small percentage. Never. So if you've never seen it, don't pick it. Don't go, oh, this is hard. It must be something I've never seen before. Give yourself more credit than that. But 30% of you went with new math. So that's a problem, but I'm going to go ahead and just put these into Desmos. They've done everything they can to scare you. They've used big numbers. They've made up new math. They've used a lot of words. So they're trying to make this a hard problem when it's really not. So I've put the 4 questions into, or the 4 answer choices into Desmos, and I can kind of see a straight line here. So this doesn't give me a lot of information, and I knew it wouldn't because 495,000 is a big number. So I'm just going to start, zooming the other way, zooming out until I start seeing things. Now, some of you guys will do this with your fingers and swipe. I'm old-fashioned. So zooming out, finally, I've got some graphs. I've got something I can use to start eliminating. I don't know what's going on with this red and black one, but basically, since they're new math, I'm not too worried about them. But here I can see I've got an increasing graph and a decreasing graph. So right away, I can go back and go, I'm looking for increasing. So this blue graph that's decreasing, I know is not an answer choice. Now, I still can't tell anything about these guys. I do think that C is a very good choice to choose from. But I want to do my due diligence and check and see what's going on with this red. And if I mute it, the black one's right under it. So with that graph. So I'm going to go to it, and I want to convert it to a table and just see if the table helps me out. So when I click on this, and I say I want to convert this to a table, it's going to get mad. And it gives me this little exclamation point, C of X. It's not happy about that. So what I'm going to do is just say, okay, fine. And I'm going to change this to a Y equals. That's going to make it happier. And at Y equals, I can go ahead and convert it to a table. And when I start looking at years after 1900, so 1900 is here. First year, 495,000. That's kind of sketchy. That's not exactly what I think it was supposed to be. But then the second year, it is off the chart in the millions. Does that make any sense with a 3% increase? No, it doesn't. So I can just go ahead and say, okay, it was new math and it doesn't make sense. And I can get rid of it as well. Then if I want to look at my last new math, just to make sure, I'm going to do the same thing, change it to a Y equals, convert it to a table. And when I look, again, almost a million, more than doubled. That's not a 3% increase. So I know that that cannot be the correct answer.